right, folks, August 16th, it's a quarter to bean time. It's Sunday, and beautiful day. I have this day only, to finish up all my odds and ends. I'm already ahead of the game, I dare say that. Um, yeah, I'm going to turn the phone around here in just a minute. It's beautiful. Um, I just finished up picking up all bales, all properties. Everything's clean. Bale yard is now shut down. I could probably sneak some more in here if I need to. Right now we're looking at making some, I call them the insurance lines out in the fields of stacked hay out there, on the border line or tree line. Well, preferably not a tree line. Anyway, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I just finished. Which means I'm going to spread fertilizer on the two alfalfa fields and another piece of property. I got the buggy ordered yesterday morning, picked it up after hours. Anyway, it's sitting at the farm. We're going to talk about this. I don't care to be doing that. That's not normal for me. I'm gonna tell you why. Couldn't tell you how many bales are here. I got them all documented, what fields, how many, everything else. I don't have the true bale count, what's here in the yard. And I will be. I can tell you this. I am more than secure. I was secure 2 weeks ago, I think, in feed for the rest of this year, winter, spring, before we start turning gears next year. It's a good feeling. You're looking at all 4x6s here. I spit those words out during the year, back to basics. Everything's just getting pushed in a line, butt to butt, stacked as tight as I can. You can only beat on the tractor's transmission so much, though. I do the best I can. Yeah, wow. Okay. I spit out a little better than 80 bales on those alfalfa fields. A lot of 4x6s, handful of 4x5s. There's actually a significant pile behind the barn that's sitting just waiting there for supplemental feeding to the beef cows. And of course, the Holstein heifers, which they're eating hay like it's going out of style. And because I'm custom raising them, and because they're the Holsteins and everything else, they're going to get that alfalfa. And it don't break my heart. It's okay. It's good. It's a good thing. Okay. I don't care to be doing things like this. But it's for good reason. The bales were so gosh darn tight, I couldn't properly construct a line. I kid you not. I spent 15 minutes ruining the first two bales when I started hauling this very tightly baled alfalfa. That's a different beast. And I finally, after 15 minutes, I guess I'll use the words, I gave up and said, something's got to give. My choice, instead of pyramids, which are a pain in the butt, I ended up going, end to end, like you see there, stacked like Legos. And I have some leftover tarps. I don't truly intend to ever buy tarps again. You never know, they'll never say never. But I have some leftover tarps. In fact, I have 2 more that are in very good shape. And there it is. Of course, some tires on top. Now, there's going to be more tires going on top because we all know what can happen to those things. My stockpile's here. This evening, I have to tarp. And I got my little helper coming from down the road. Great individual. Good young man. If I need an extra set of hands or I'm in a pinch, he's a great phone call to make. He's coming over at 5 o'clock this evening, like he did last evening, to kind of help tarp and throw tires and all that other stuff. So what we're going to do here this evening is we're going to dig out another one out of the 2 tarps and then line the top of it with tires just like you see there. Whatever's left over for tires, they'll all be thrown up there for just a little bit of extra weight up on there. We've got a perfect little nook here, perfect little world. Obviously we're in the bale yard. This is the west direction, which we are heavily protected from here at this bale yard. That's where the most of our weather, or significant weather, comes from. Obviously, this is north, fully protected. Basically, I'm talking about wind here, and I think we're going to be okay. We get the occasional east, and as you can see here, we're protected by double rows of trees on each side of this road. This is a nice little side road that goes down a couple miles. I got some property that I lease down there as well. So yeah, I've been talking about the bale yard for some time. I'm having myself a little barn dance on the wagon here. And here she is. It's done. You can't hardly move in here anymore. Worst comes to worst, I can get some more in here. I don't really intend on it though. It's nice to have a little bit of room to breathe. I ended up doing a circus act just to get myself turned around here with the wagon. And it worked out perfectly. So, yeah. Yeah, minding my business here today. The bales are done. That's step 1. I need to shoot on that fertilizer, empty that broadcaster, and get that back to the mill. Got some other things to do today. Of course, obviously chores. I got my helper coming at 5 o'clock to help tarp and tires. I need to do chores extra early tomorrow morning, and I need to get my butt on the road. We got some very good, positive, interesting things that have just come about. Not to mention the continuous program that we're on. Obviously, I'm talking about railroading. So she's been a hell of a summer thus far. There's been a lot of mistakes made. It's been a lot of anguish. Some of it just recently. With all that alfalfa. There's been some breakdowns, everything else, but ultimately we kind of get to stand here and take a look at all the hard work and some sweat and blood, a couple of tears, and yeah. I thought some of you that follow the channel regularly, which I really appreciate, would kind of like to see this site. Wagon is unhooked. Let's see if I can't fall on my butt here. Wagon staying here till needed again. Yeah, this is my little stockpile here when I was building pyramids and all that other stuff, but yeah, I do want to bring a load of fill in, road gravel, and get it dumped in that hole there. That can get absolutely nasty, and then maybe spread some of that road gravel on this road here. She gets really nasty in here, folks. I know it looks pretty solid and sturdy here, but trust me. Yeah. A little oopsie daisy here, but not a big deal. What do I have in mind for this? I'm going to feed it here and there in the winter. Out of all these, and I think there's a count of 60 bales here that are up on end that you're seeing. I think about 24 of them yeah, it ends here. 24 of them are 4x6s. That'll be reserved for the dead of winter. For the cow herd, it'll be considered a treat here and there, as long as it doesn't ruin their regular feeding, which we all know how that works. And this will be reserved for the young stock lot. I haven't begun to dial in what I'm going to do with the calves this year, as far as how many being sold at what time of the year and all that other stuff, heifers being kept back. I've got some loose plans. I need to solid them up. If I had to talk real loose right now, I would tell you that if I can afford to do so, it's the only way to put it, I only choose to ship about probably 20 steers this late fall. And when I say late fall, I'm talking either late November or in December. That being said, these are loose words. That being said, we're going to call it the young stock lot. It's where the Holsteins are now. There is going to be a pile of feed going through those young beef calves. I plan on keeping back a pile of heifers, at a minimum 12 to 15 for my own use. And then I need to make a real true decision in time to come about keeping back a pile more for sales, for bred heifer sales. And then of course all the other steers, obviously the younger ones. So, nice lot full of calves. Gonna keep them all winter. We got some fantastic feed here for them. All this alfalfa, not to mention peas and oats, and then wrapped alfalfa. Kind of doesn't get any better than that. Pretty lucky. Yeah. I kind of also turned this a little bit into the equipment yard. Of course, here's the old drag, which was used this year. I need to clean this son of a gun up. That's just ridiculous. Got that 10-foot cultipacker there that goes behind the grain drill, obviously. Here's the disc. Cultivator. And there's an old white 10-foot disc. That's all we used to use. And happily. That thing's staying around. It's a great thing to have on hand. I'm ashamed to say that it was not used this year. It should have been, just to get the cobwebs out of it. It'll definitely be used next year. So, yeah. And then at the end of the absolute season, the absolute end, we'll be bringing some hay rack wagons in here as well, just for stowing away for the winter. That's about it, folks. Thought you'd enjoy the site. Pretty happy about it. Very proud about it. It's a good feeling to feel pretty safe and secure. I am well beyond my safe spot for feed for the year. Well beyond. Very lucky. But we're not done either. But I'm not stopping. Of course, you can't. You gotta cut them off. Not to mention, there's from this point forward, there's a lot of hay to make yet. Some beautiful hay. There's a lot of fine grass, second crop fine grass regrowth that will be a sellable market. There's I got quite a bit of 40 percent alfalfa mixed grass hay out there to cut yet. And you know, not to mention, we got to throw a lot of square bales up in the haymow. It'd sure be nice to see at least another 2,500 up there. And we'll go from there. We'll round bale basically from here on out when we have to. But then, of course, comes mid-September, late September, I plan on shooting out a pile of round bales of alfalfa baleage. If everything works perfectly. That's it. I got to get my butt in gear because this is all I have. And then I need to change worlds for just a little bit. And yeah, hope everybody's having a good week, nice weekend. Hope you treated yourself to something. And that's about it. Might not talk to you for a few days or better. We'll see what happens. And yeah. Talk to you sooner or later.